Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Let's go!
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up, cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goal.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Jackie.
And Coach Patrick.
And guys, you are listening to Help Matter podcast this morning, where your help matters, guys. Good morning, everyone. I guess y'all woke up to some rain this morning, which is much needed. We really do.
Yeah, much needed rain.
Much needed rain.
Yeah, join us right here, guys. Every Saturday, you know the routine. At 9 a.m., we're gonna be here, and we want you to be here with us as we bring you relevant information that pertains to your health and your well-being. We'll have healthcare professionals, other professionals come on to help and assist us in doing that, helping you to be the best you that you can be as it pertains to your health and well-being.
All right, guys. So make sure you go head over to Facebook and like our page, Get Fit with Jackie Fitness, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Help Matters Jackie and the Coach.
That's right. Good.
All right. My voice kind of low, so I can't
Good.
really hard to
You
hear.
sound
So,
good. You sound good.
all right.
Can you
It
hear
sound
yourself?
low, huh?
You want me to turn you up?
Just a little bit, tad bit. Well, good morning, everyone. We know we in the this look like May just kind of.
Well, I mean, this is our first time being live, May, so we are in the
Yeah,
new
that's
month,
true.
You know, second weekend of May.
Right.
We hope you guys enjoyed the replay last weekend of mental health. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we always like to bring awareness to those health challenges that are highlighted in each month or each week. So we like to, bring that to everybody's awareness, and because that's why we're here. We're here to bring awareness as it pertains to your health and well-being.
Yes.
This is a new month, so happy birthday to everyone that's celebrating a birthday. Some that we know of, or I know of, is our grandbaby, Noah. He'll be celebrating his second birthday.
Yes, number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Yes,
Number
yes,
2.
yes.
And
My
he's
baby.
doing great. I tell you, he's growing so fast.
He is.
So fast.
He's forming his sentences.
Yeah.
Telling me yesterday, "Stop it, J-Ma." I said, "You don't tell me stop it." I said, "I'm gonna pop them arms." I had to pop him a little bit more this week, and he just
He discovering himself.
Yes, and
finding that
well,
personality.
J-Ma gonna help him discover.
Oh yeah, now we have to guide it. We have to tunnel it.
Oh
you know,
yes,
in the right-
absolutely.
in the
Let him
right
be
way.
himself, but also put it in order.
That's
Also, we have Alethea Hudson, Grammy. She'll be celebrating her birthday,
Well, happy
the end of
birthday.
the month.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, happy birthday. We got
to my
Brit.
sister Elaine.
Yes,
You
she got a
celebrating
birthday.
her
I got to
birthday?
get. I got to call her.
Yeah.
Also, Brittany Chubb, happy birthday,
birthday,
to
Brittany.
you. Some no, I know that wasn't Samantha. I think it was Samantha's birthday. No, hers was the end of April.
Okay, my brother Warren Williams. He's celebrating
Yes,
a birthday.
he's celebrating a birthday.
So a lot of birthday babies.
And
in the month of May.
McKeebron.
Kebron? Okay.
McKeebron has a
Awesome.
birthday this month. McKeebron
Awesome.
Mitchell, happy
Yeah,
birthday,
so
happy
many.
birthday. There's so many guys. If I forgot, charge my head,
George,
not my
Georgia
heart. But happy birthday to everyone
That's celebrating.
that's celebrating today. Those who are listening to our podcast that will go back later and listen to it.
Right.
Listen to the podcast.
What
you
about
know.
anniversaries? I don't know.
I don't know anybody who got married.
Okay.
Not
well,
right
happy
off the bat,
anniversary. We
but
know
happy
somebody-
anniversary too.
Yeah, somebody got married in the month of May, so happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy
guys. Listen,
anniversary. Happy
enjoy
anniversary.
yourself, whether you're tired or not. Jump the broom, put the work in, and do what God has called you to do, and that's become one. And we're fighting for you and rooting for you to do exactly that, guys. So just enjoy your birthdays, enjoy your anniversaries, and celebrate yourself. All right,
Amen.
we're gonna acknowledge our sponsors, our partners, our friends. Dr. Dan. of Aiken Chiropractic. When your spine is aligned, your body is too. Aiken Chiropractic is located at 425 Lawrence Street Northwest, Aiken, South Carolina. Their number is 803-641-9191, and their website is www.aikenchiropractic.com. If you would like to be a sponsor, partner, or a friend of the show, or a friend of just what we do, so help us do what we do throughout the year, throughout the week in the community, then you can do that by dialing 706-592-8862, or you can go to our website, getfitwithjackie.net. All right. And we would love for you to just continue to help us do what we're doing. All right. And Jackie, before we get started, we're going to bring up something that's going on real here. Hot for us,
Yay.
and that's the Ministry of Wellness. Yeah, I'm
All
excited
right, all
about it.
right.
We're excited
Yes.
about it. The team is excited about it. Listen, they've been pushing me and pushing me to, we got to do something for the men. You know, Jackie's been doing something for the women for years now. And he said, we got to do something for the men. And they was right, but I just had to wait, you know,
Yeah.
until I
His
got ready.
process a little bit slow.
until I got
You
ready.
have to kind of nudge him a little
Well,
bit.
you know, men could be challenging in this area.
And
you know.
I
Right.
totally understand that,
Mhm.
but when you know your significant other,
Mhm.
God put the right partner in place, the right help meet in place to help nudge a
Right.
little bit, you
Push
know.
poor relationships.
Yeah, because
That's what it's
sometimes
about.
my significant, my husband can kind of procrastinate a little bit, and God will have me to nudge him a little bit because he's such a perfectionist,
But see,
and he
everybody can
got that God
procrastinate.
come down and talk to him before he do.
Maybe I do it a little bit. See, and I can admit it because it's true.
It
I mean,
is.
it is
And
what
so
it is.
something, and I tell them all the time, I said something is what it is, guys. So and I'm gonna give y'all an example. I have to. We was in the we was getting ready to purchase some e-bikes. We wanted some e-bikes. And we've been for about a year, right? For about a year, right, Coach? And so
But we didn't decide to get him until for our anniversary.
anniversary.
which
We was
which
that was the anniversary
January.
gift to ourselves. So we didn't get him. So we wanted, and of course, you know, he's gonna cross his T's and dot his
Anything over a
I's.
certain dollar amount.
You know, he's gonna do it. And I appreciate that. I do. I need that. Some like he need me in some area. We have our strengths and our weakness. So we pull on each other. But we had got we had got down to so many. I'm like, you know, and I get to I'm like, okay, Patrick, I think it is what it is. Nothing is changing because he gonna negotiate as much as he can.
But didn't I make a good choice?
We made a great
The
choice.
best, the
We made
best.
we made a great choice.
Best
But
choice.
sometimes you have to, okay, baby, it is, and then I come in, okay, baby, it is what it is. Nothing is changing right here.
Mhm.
I said everything keep pointing the same way. So once we did that, we went in person, talked to some people, and finally, you know, my husband's like, okay, let's do a little bit more research. I said, okay. So once he had got to that point where you know, nothing ain't gonna change, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Now it's time to just go ahead and
But I still
do
think
something. Go ahead and purchase. And so
I still
and that was good. But we did that. What I'm trying to say, we kind of worked it together.
right. I
and
mean,
that-
of course, I depend on you for that too,
Right.
to push me, so
Yeah,
that
right.
I don't, you know, get too caught up in that procrastination. But you know, it is what it is. We got some
and I
great
thank
bikes.
God for him. But yeah,
We got
did.
some great bikes. We supposed to be talking about Ministry of Wellness.
Well,
but
that's
we
part
got
of wellness.
we got some great bikes for a great price. That's what I'm about, the
Mhm.
price. So yeah, so
I am
everybody's happy.
too.
You know, we got a win-win situation.
Yeah,
But listen,
mine
man,
came first. It's good. It's nice too.
but I want
Man.
you guys to show up and show out and
Yes.
meet me in the huddle at the Croc Center on June 21st, 2025. Listen, we're going to have a great time. We're going to create a space where you feel free and safe to share your challenges, to share your triumphs with other men on any health challenges you may have had or health challenges that you are having, because we just need to talk, right? Or just listen. You don't have to say anything, but that's what we're going to do on June 21st. Listen, we're going to have some refreshments for you. We're going to do some great giveaways for you. And we, like I said, we're going to create a vibe. We're only going to be there from 10 to 12, a couple hours on that Saturday, 21st. So I'm asking you to come out. Seating is limited, so registration is required, and you'll get more information on that. You can go to getfitwithjackie.net, and you can get more information on that, and you'll be able to register and all of those things. The event is absolutely free for you, but we need you to register so that we can make sure we have enough to accommodate everyone. All
Yes.
right. And
I,
seating is limited. So soon as you start seeing that registration link, you need to hit it because we already probably about halfway there with registration. So make sure you get in. Okay.
all right. So, guys, I am very excited, and it's about ministry of wellness, and it's about men's huddling together, talking about the uncomfortable, having this uncomfortable conversation in a informal environment where you feel, um, you feel safe, and also you feel, comfortable,
Right.
and it's about living well with purpose. So it's going to be
That's
more
the thing.
information
Hmm.
to follow. The theme is living well with purpose. So,
Right.
guys, and so come on, join Coach in the Huddle.
Great speaker.
Great speaker,
My man of God, Dr. Michael
Michael
Mitchell
Mitchell.
of
Yes.
Restoration Ministries. He's going to talk about purpose. I'm telling you, if you've never heard him talk about purpose, you want to be in the house
Also, we have
when he
a
talk about
medical
purpose.
expert.
Dr. Oliver Page will be there. He's with the organization called Zero Us, where they focus on prostate cancer. They have a group where they get men
Prostate health.
that has
Yeah.
been challenged with prostate cancer, prostate health, yeah, all of that
Preventive.
stuff, preventive care. So it's going to be good, and we're going to have other vendors there also. Well Care will be there. So that you can get, some items and some information in those areas. So it's going to be a good time. 2 hours, man. I want you to come
Yeah.
out. Like I said, it's just about us, moving and shifting. And, because women, they take care of themselves. And that's why you hear the stories about them living longer than us and all of these things. That's because they take care of themselves. They make sure that, they get their screenings and they do these things. So those are some of the things that we'll be talking about. And just hearing from men, because a lot of men has went through some things that just need to be shared. We need to hear because we don't know if we may have to go through some of the things that they've already been through, and we can hear it from a person's mouth that's experienced, certain things, certain health things, and it help us to be more willing, to go through whatever processes we need to go through to get on the other side, of what we're going through. But it's gonna be good. So I
Yes.
want to see
So
you
you're in the
there
huddle.
at the Croc Center Saturday, June 21st from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And as I said, it's a free event, but registration is required.
All right, guys. So come on and huddle up and meet Coach Patrick at the huddle. So he got more information to follow. I guess he don't want to put it out right now.
Got more info to
Yes,
follow.
more information to follow. You guys, you're gonna have a great time. I promise you guys. Y'all gonna play. You're gonna play hard. You're gonna learn hard, and you're gonna eat well.
Most
With some light refreshment. But the most important thing is to come in, be ready to receive, and just be ready to just huddle up and coming together as men when it pertains to your health and your well-being.
Right. And
All
if
right?
if it's not a dressy event, you can. I'm encouraging men to wear whatever sports attire that may be a jersey of any sports team. It don't have to be football.
I
It don't have
thought
to
you
be
was gonna wait, Coach.
basketball. You can. I want you to wear some type of sports attire if you would like to. It can be a fishing jacket if that's what you do. Whatever you do, it can be a golfing shirt. So and we're gonna show up and we're gonna have a good time. But more information to follow. Jackie, let's get into this.
All right, and we're talking about aging, guys, today. So just
Active
we're
aging.
talking about this. So that goes right into our subject: active aging,
Right.
aging with grace, and we all know we are in that process
Most definitely.
of all this in aging, and going through different things that we have to move through is part of life. Change is part of life, is inevitable. We can't do anything about it, but we can minimize and prevent, and to help ourselves to move.
Gain some longevity.
Yes,
Yeah,
to
that's what
move
it's all about.
with momentum.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to train, to maintain, to do the good now, to be able to enjoy those functional things in everyday
Life, right?
daily movement later.
As you age, because one
Yes.
thing I can guarantee you, as like they used to tell us, keep living. Everybody's gonna age, so
Yeah.
everybody will go through that process, and that's a
Right.
privilege. That's a privilege. We don't like all the side effects
Mm-mm.
that come with aging, but you should enjoy aging. You should look forward to aging. So,
Yeah.
and the process of aging, it varies. It's different from person to person, and so we all naturally lose some of the functionality as we age when we had as youth, as we age. And that's the thing, because your mind try to fool you into thinking you can still do some of the things you used to could do when you was a certain age, but your body be saying like, listen, we can't do that no more. I can't move like that. That leg be telling you that, so we have to listen to it. But healthy aging is more than just absence of disease, and that's what we want to get to you today. It's more than just being an absence of disease, but for most older people, the maintenance of functional abilities is very important as you age,
Right.
because as we age, if we lose most of our functional abilities, then that's going to require people to help you, get up, get in and out of bed, get up and sit down in the chair. You just can't do things, and you don't want to do that. So, being functional is a key element, because loss of functional abilities significantly impacts our quality of life, Jackie.
Yes, and you want to be able to maintain your functional independency as you age. And that's what coach is saying. We all want to maintain our functional independency as we age. We still want to be able to drive. We still want to be able to um, get up, sit down. We still want to be able to reach up to get things from the shelf. We want to be able to still go shopping and do our laundry, even though we sometimes we like, okay, it can get a little bit more tiring than it used to, but we still want to be able to do all these functional things. We want to continue to move our body through our aging process, and especially as we get into those the 50s and the 60s and 70s, you still want to be able to maintain that functional independency
Hmm.
for yourself. So, and that starts right where you at.
Most
It
definitely.
starts when you young, but if you right here, right now, this is the time to start. This is the time to, hey, make some changes, make some adjustments, in your lifestyle. If you're not exercising, find things that you like to do, whether it's dancing, whether it's pickleball. You got pickleball out now. Patrick and I gonna, try that. We already got us some e-bikes, so we're gonna be doing some different things so we can continue to maintain our fit, our functional independency.
Yeah.
So it may be ballroom dance, whatever you think that you may like to do, you and your husband or wife,
Right.
get together as husband and wife and partner up and go do these things and enjoy these things together, because it helps foster healthier and
Relationship.
relationship with each other when you're doing things with each other. So we're excited in trying these new things.
And
The way to
right.
do it,
And
swimming, it's
right.
less stressful on the joint.
And I'm
Yeah,
glad you said that, Jackie, because you say do things that you like to do, but do things that you can do.
can do and able.
Especially as you age, that are safe for you to do, because you can get confused and start looking at what's going on out there, and people younger than you are doing a lot of things when it comes to fitness. But as we age, we don't want to cause any injuries that will, counteract what we're doing and cause us not to be able to do anything. So it's important to find something you like to do, but also it's important to find some things that you can do safely.
Exactly.
A lot of times when you think about having being functional in life, just want to let you know that having a chronic health issue like diabetes, high blood pressure, that's manageable. We can still be functional, and as long as we're managing those things and don't let them things overcome us. But when we talk about functional things, if we can't stand up, everything's changes. I think everybody's had a backache or something, and if you got a backache, that affects everything. How fast you can move, or you getting up, sitting down long time, standing up long time. So when you start to lose functionality, that changes everything, because it is a loss of independence for yourself, and that puts great stress, on our families, the health system, because you're going to spend more money in that if you don't have a good
Right.
insurance system in that. So loss of independence causes a lot of things, if you don't continue to maintain these things throughout your lifetime. That's why those things change
And
throughout your life.
Coach, I've been reading some, and I heard about three people said it. They said, and and really don't like to use this word, but I'm just for just what they're saying. They saying death can begin in your legs. When you're not saying that you slowly aging, you quickly aging when you don't get up and move, because the
Sedentary. Yeah.
sedentary lifestyle now is associated with obesity.
Hmm.
And now they're trying to say a sedentary lifestyle is a
It's a high risk.
it's a high risk.
Everything.
And so it's part of because your blood circulation slows slower when you're sitting down too much and
Hmm.
you're not moving
Hmm.
enough, because you have to look at your day and see how much more are you sitting than you are moving. And of course there's times when you do rest, because of certain issues, joint aches and those things. But if you're sitting more than what you're moving, you may want to look at adjusting some things. If you have a desk job at work and you're sitting most of the time, you may want to get up every 30 minutes or every 30 or 40 minutes and get up and walk around, do some
Stretch
functional
at your
movement.
desk or something.
And let me tell you guys, functional movement is, they mimic everyday movement.
Hmm.
Our body moves in different planes. It moves in different direction. It moves left. It moves right.
Hmm.
We sit up, we sit down, we turn, circumference. We move. We we do all these things. The same way we move, the same way we should exercise.
Hmm.
This create balance, and that is called functional movement.
Hmm.
These are different planes. They call planes of motions in the fitness, in just sagittal plane, the frontal plane. We walk forward, we walk back, so things balance out. So we have to understand how we move naturally,
Hmm.
so we exercise in that same way as well.
Hmm.
But we just add a little bit more movement with it, like some knee lifts,
Knee raises. Sure.
air squats,
Hmm.
or chair squats, or wall push-ups, and those different things, push and pull exercise, getting some resistance training in. And that is very important as we age,
Hmm.
because we want to preserve bone density.
Right.
We lose up to 8% of muscle mass a year,
Hmm. At the
especially
age of
women, because
25.
of menopause and osteoporosis.
Hmm.
So we have to continue to do strength training. We have to continue to 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 help this body maintain its functional independency as we walk through aging process.
Right.
It's, and like Coach said, it's a privilege. It's a
Right.
privilege. We just gotta do the natural things and steward over it a little bit better.
Right. Now we're focusing on active aging, right? As we talk about functional movement and exercise on this morning, but understand that functional exercise includes, and we say it's different for everybody, right? But functional, think about the word functional, it includes movement performed with the intention of enhancing the way we move or the way a person move. You may have a person in sports. You may have a boxer. You may have a runner, a marathoner. So they have to do functional type exercises that's going to help them do what they need to do in those specific areas, right? A
Right.
boxer is not going to train to be a marathoner, and a marathon is not going to train to be a boxer, because there are certain functional things that they need to be able to do and perform well in that area. So that's why it's different. So we're focusing on active aging, daily living. Functional exercise also includes us enhancing our fitness. What do we do at our job? Are we standing all day? Like Jackie said, are we sitting all day? What activities are we doing daily? Are we in our garden all day? So we want to be able to do these things as we age actively, continually. I'll tell you a story about my neighbor. He just passed recently at the age of 91. But I tell you, that guy was in that yard all the way up into the good old strong age of 90, digging and pulling and I told him, if you got to climb, just let me know. I'll come over there and do the climbing. 'Cause he was the one that wanted to do everything on his own, and I was always telling him, I'm here. If you need some help, just let me know. But the only time he would call me for help is if he had to get on that ladder. He wouldn't ever climb up anything. But if as long as he could keep his foot on the ground, he would do it. I mean, the digging, the lifting, all of these things up until the age of 90. So that encouraged me and showed me, that, hey, we have to keep moving our body. We have to keep doing those functional things in order for us to have that longevity, in order for us to have that independence in old age. And that's what it's all about. I don't want to put those worries and those strengths and those challenges on my family. I want to be able to move until the day I leave here. If I could, I'd get in the coffin by myself. But, we're not going to talk about that because we want to talk about life. I know Jackie don't like to talk about that. But, that's just me, and we can start right where you are, just do what you can do in order to continue to do the things that you love to do and that you enjoy doing. That's what it's all about. That's what functional exercise is all about. The movements require the muscles to work together when you're doing functional type exercise. Jackie is very good with working with older seniors, with everybody really, but she has a gift to work with older seniors, and she know how to make those different muscle groups work simultaneously, all because those muscle groups work simultaneously when we're doing functional things, because your joints needs to be stabilized. So there's some strengthening that needs to take place in muscles that you don't even know you have. But trust me, Jackie will find them for you and make sure they are strengthened. She does well in that area. She really
Thank
does.
you, Coach. I appreciate it. And I'm very passionate about that because I'm aging, and so you talking about a person who been just love to work out, always, never not enjoying working out, and this just been part of my life all my life, and so. My joy comes when I can, help someone else navigate and move through, and those functional those pillars of the functional workout is the part of that training is building strength, continue to build strength, balance. We know we need balance because people, as they age, they fall.
Most definitely.
Bones get frail, so you want to keep them strengthened. Mobility, you want to be able to continue to move, and do those things. And also cardiovascular, you want to keep
Work that heart
cardiovascular.
muscle.
You want to continue to keep that muscle going and keeping the blood flowing.
That's it.
Things may look different and feel different. And I think what we have to understand is, we used to things looking a certain way. We used to our blood pressure looking a certain way. And of course we need to keep that blood pressure, under radar and looking at it as we age. We need to look at it. But we have to kind of look at things, and I recently went through some heart tests and just making sure everything was okay. You have to do what you got to do. That's why is hospitals in place, doctors in place, things in place, so you can do what you need to do. God give us practical wisdom. He give us people to help us, so we can't out that. So I did that, and everything came back great. But one thing the cardiologist say, she said, things just different. Your heart rate different now that you're getting ready to turn 60. Things kind of change. Your intensity change. So your heart rate may not react to it'll react quicker to a higher intensity. So I'm used to working at this high intensity. Now I have to kind of
modify.
I have to kind of move myself a little bit into the workout. I just can't jump into it. That's your warm up.
Yeah, they used to call you the Energizer Bunny.
So I have to kind of ease to it. I have to ease to it and build that momentum slower than what I used to can do before. Just like you said, the basketball. We was looking at the basketball game, and we looking at some of these old players, right? And they still good, but they aging. Their body else tell otherwise. The condition of their body is good, but for their age. So now you got these younger guys coming in here. They can go here and recover quick, where you got a more seasonal person. That recovery takes a little bit longer. But now when I'm playing with 100-something games, that tears on your body.
Yes, it does.
And you can't, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Then you start getting all these injuries, and recovery is not as quick as it used to be. That's because you're aging. Is things are fluctuating, and women, our estrogen and progesterone is fluctuating.
Yeah,
So those things change, and then we have to look at our diet.
most definitely.
That has to change. You got to make some adjustments in your diet. So I'm looking. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be forced into working out. I don't want to be enforced to eat
Special
better.
diets.
I don't want to be forced into that. And everybody know what I'm talking about. I want to choose to do it.
Right.
I want to choose to do it. So you have to find that balance for you. You have to find that right intensity. I call it the fit principle. They call it the fit principle. Frequency, intensity, time, and type. You got to make adjustments. That's how you make adjustments in your workout as you work out through every stage of your life. So it may not look like it looked when you was 20. So it look a little bit different. I think it comes more of a mentality thing, shifting our mindset into, hey, I'm not 20 anymore. I am 58, 9 years old.
But then again, that's where the battle is in the mind.
It's in the
You know,
mind.
because
There
your
you go.
mind, you can still see your body doing the things that
Right.
used to do, running the way you used to run, and doing things like you used to do. But your body is saying we can't do that no more.
Right.
And then if you push past that, then that's when you tend to get hurt. But just functional training is designed to mirror common daily life activities for us as we age. As I say, it differs from different people. Just depends on what your functional daily life looks like. So it could be more intense if you're doing things that are more intense. But if you're aging and you're just doing things that's to keep that health, then it's not as intense. So getting out of a chair, we talked about that. Getting out of bed, laundry, lifting the laundry bags, so going shopping, gardening. All of these things are functional type activities that we tend to do in our life as we age, and that's what we're talking about. Because many older adults find it difficult to do their usual common everyday tasks or to engage in enjoyable activities like playing with their grandkids or whatever it may be. I love playing with my grandkids.
Oh, yes, I do.
I love to be able to pick them up and put them over my head and throw them up in the air and put him on the wall like he's Spider-Man, because Noah likes Spider-Man, so I put him on the wall like he's Spider-Man. But I love doing those things, and so in order for me to do those things, I have to stay functional to be able to do it and know when I can't do those things
Yeah.
anymore. And it's
Yeah.
very important.
Physical independency, guys.
functional
That's what
training.
it's about. Continue to train, to maintain and sustain your physical independence
Most definitely.
as you age. I'm telling you.
All right,
it's
if you're out
so
there, give us
important.
some comments on
Come
about
on,
this
guys.
topic,
We
Asia.
we
Talk
welcome
to
your
us.
views and
Talk to
comment.
us.
Y'all
Talk
kind of
to us.
quiet this morning,
Talk
so
to us.
I mean, this is real talk, and these are some of the things that the guys going to be talking about. We talk about it as women, so even with menopause, guys, we go through stages, and this is, and I think we didn't say mental health, and mental health month, as well as this week. Tomorrow ends Women's Health Week, talking about women's health. So those things, we go through a lot of changes. Men do, but women, we go through probably a little bit more than men when it comes to our health, when we are dealing with menopause stages, recognizing perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopausal. And that as you going through, and it's hard sometimes when women are going through, starting that stage of menopause, that's at the peri part, and that's in like the mid 40s, right up in there. And women, they know something is going on. They know something different, but they really don't know. It could be perimenopause, and that could be, your estrogen levels start fluctuating, and then things just start things start happening, irregular periods. That mean your hair weight just may come on a different day, or it may be 2-3 days, or maybe 5 days. So it start doing that. So that's how you know you may be entering perimenopause.
Or you may skip months.
You know,
I remember
well, I
when
don't
you
know
was
about
going.
skipping.
I remember when you was going through it.
Yes, I
Some
don't know if
months
I
you
skipped.
would,
I
some
can't
months you
remember,
wouldn't.
child.
I remember.
I don't know, but it changes, it fluctuates. That's how you know
And
you
people are
coming
different
into
too.
and everybody is different, you know, in those areas when you're going through. And so, in your mental health, recognizing the emotional impact, even with mental
Yeah.
menopause have on there, you know, brain fog, and you want to continue to foster positive, positive positive thoughts, a positive mindset, moving forward. So, like I just told Coach, it's more so in the mind, I got to go through this. You want things to stay the same. You want to continue to do things that you used to do, brain fog and all these things. So, you have to kind of move through these things and emotional crying, being extra sensitive. So, all of those things come into play. And I just want to just put that out there because it is Women Health Week and Mental Health Awareness Month.
Right. And I'm glad you brought up and reminded me about the mental health because men go through things also. Our body changes. Our body is not as strong as it is, and that affects our health. It affects our mental health. That hey, I'm not as strong as I used to be. So yeah, you have to be able to put everything into perspective. That hey, I am aging, and I understand these things are going to happen. I understand why these things are going to happen. I understand why I'm not as strong or powerful in some areas as I used to be as a younger man. But these things happen. Women go through more changes than us, but men, we go through our changes too. We go through our changes too, and we're going to talk about some of those things at Ministry of Wellness. I want to talk
That's
about
why
it
y'all
now,
got to
but
come on out,
I got
men.
to leave some bait out there so you can come to Ministry of Wellness. But functional training for aging includes specific goals. Just know what you need for yourself at your specific age. That's going to promote overall quality of life, just by focusing on exercise that promote strength, endurance, and mobility in what you're doing on a daily basis. Functional training involves movement patterns. And as I say, Jackie is very good in this area, and I'm pretty sure there's other fitness trainers out there that are very good with helping senior people. In this area, you combine aspects of multiple components. You just don't focus on a bicep curl, but multiple components. Exercise should include, of course, pushing, pulling, rising, lowering, rotation,
Yeah,
locomotion,
called
and more.
compound training.
All of these things, right? All of these things are functional type training because you're working in all of those different type of planes. The transverse plane, the sagittal planes, all of these things, the frontal planes. You're working in these different planes in your body, the way your body moves,
Strengthening
basically.
that core,
Right. That's all it's
for
talking about.
balance, So those are the things that, when I first got on the bike yesterday, I was,
Scary.
yeah, I was a little scary. I haven't been on a bike in a while. So, but once I got on there, they just show you things come right back to your remembrance. And that's why I told you. So these things come right back. And so, but this one is an electric bike. So this thing drives like a car.
Yeah, and just knowing, how to use that throttle. It's the
Yes,
most important thing
yes, you got because
on the electric
it'll
bike.
take off on you. So
Yeah.
I told my coach, I said, you go first. I'm gonna let you go first, but it is awesome. And so, and of course, my grandkids they claim everything. Oh, where's our seat at? So,
So some of the other things about functional training, assessments, and individualization. That's very important because older adults vary is different, and it varies a lot because people are dealing with different type of conditions and things of that nature. So if you're dealing with a professional, if you're dealing with a trainer, make sure that they do proper assessments and individualize your program for you. Don't accept any canned programs
right.
because canned programs don't work for people. So make sure you're being assessed
For
properly.
everybody,
Right.
it worked for
It works for
different
some people. Now,
people.
I mean, when you're young, you can make the adjustment. Your body will make the adjustment. But as you age, you want to get proper assessments on what you're going through, what your body's going through. You may be taking different medications. All these things need to be taken into consideration to give you an individualized program that's going to benefit you and what you do in a daily basis. Some people need help, like I say, getting out of bed. Others need to know how to compete athletically if they're boxing or if they're in
That's
marathons and
specific
things like
training.
that. So,
Yeah.
individualization is very important.
Yeah, and and as you age, physical exercise become more about, like I said, independent physical independency,
Mm.
continue to, the pelvic wall, even with women as we age, incontinence, we can get weak bladders, and those things, we I don't want to get into details, but I'm being real. We're talking about Women Health Week as well. And so those are the things, doing the pelvic floor, Kegels. I used to do that. I'm a pre and postpartum instructor, so I work with pregnancy people. So we had to do the Kegels, and we had to do things to strengthen the bladder, because it does kind of shifts as we age. So these things, and they have to be. So if you having someone that is not knowledgeable, most people that I know, they don't like working with older adults, because they don't want to have to go into the details,
And
or
there's a high risk.
albeit because they are high risk. But if you're confident and you understand, you're trained in the area, and you got the knowledge and the wisdom, and plus you got doctors and networks around you, it becomes more comfortable
Hmm.
to work with it, because their assessment's going to look different than a 20-year-old.
Most
So
definitely.
it's going to be very different. So everybody program is different. So, but you got to be able to, what we saying, we had to be able to make the adjustment and
Hmm.
approach it with a positive mindset.
Always
And
be
that's
positive.
that's the key, the mindset, in approaching. So I think the pandemic have taught a lot of people that lesson. It's a
Hmm.
privilege to age. Even today, it's still a privilege to age. And it's just due to accepting ourselves for who we are right now, and loving ourselves, even the little more flabby your arms, or
That's right.
the little
Embrace who you're
pooch.
becoming.
You got to embrace who you're becoming, but of course, putting the things in perspective, making sure you're at a good healthy weight, that works for you. So it may look a little bit different than you was back in the day. It may be a little bit more, but it's still healthier for you where you at right now.
Right. And just know that health is not is not skinny. Health can
It's not a
health is different
yeah,
for everyone, and it looks different on
on
everyone.
everybody. All
And
right,
that's why
coach.
you have to focus on being the best you that you
You
could
can
be.
be.
Want to just remind you, as you try to start a program, to be progressive in it. So that means to start slow. If you haven't been working out, then make sure you check with your doctor to see if they have any input on the things that you need to do or stay away from. If you have any conditions that you're concerned about, if you're taking medication, check with your doctors, with those things. So start slow, right where you are, and then just continue to kind of progress into what you're trying to do as far as you can. Don't push your body to limits where it can't go. Jackie shared with you some things. I remember at my doctor visit, when I was having some challenges, I was told that, yeah, you can still do some of the things you can do at a certain intensity, but because of your age, you need to lighten it up a little bit. And that was hard for me, because I'm used to going at a certain way, like Jackie said. And I can still do it, but the doctor said, although you can still do it at that intensity, it's not good for some internal things that, it could cause because of your age of 60. So, okay, I got that. I got that. But I still do what I need to do, but I'm being smart about it. So then that's what you have to do. So just be progressive and address the new goals that may come your way. You have to do that. Resistance, strength training is very important because it improves our gait, the way we walk. You see a lot of people as they age, they'll start shortening up their steps. It makes it look like they're shuffling a little bit. That's because they are not confident in their balance and stability, and they don't want to fall because now you're aging, and if you
And the
fall and
joints
trip,
are different,
right, your joints
the
are
yeah.
tighter. You don't have that range of motion like you used to have, and if you fall, it could be hard for you to recover because now your age, your bones are brittle, is not as stable and strong as they used to be. So strength and resistance also improves the ability to produce force, to move strong, to move fast. Okay, and this is more critical than strength mass and just bulking up. We're not talking about that. We're talking about strength in your muscles. We're talking about range of motion in your joints and things of that nature. That's going to help you have that balance and stability and mobility and fall prevention muscle strength that you need.
Exactly. And guys, always, and this is the time, like I said, to adjust some things, tweak some things, change some things, redefine your why when it comes to your health and wellness, and then redirect it, redefined it, and redirect it. redefine your why, and redirect, your health and wellness, because you have to change some things. It has to change. You can't do everything that you used to do. And how you did it when you were younger, how much or how less will show up in your golden age. So just kind of be mindful. So start where you at. And if you're younger people out there, guys, if we could have got this information when we was younger, OMG.
Yeah, some of the things we could have done.
Oh, I would have changed. I wouldn't have did a lot of stuff I did, but
And-
that's okay. I'm here now, and I'm here educating others and helping others.
Yeah, and that's what we
So,
do.
mm,
I tell
yeah.
you, and flexibility and mobility, that's a big one.
Ooh, yes,
joint
that's
mobility, the ability of your joints to maintain that full range of motion.
ooh,
That one right there is highly relevant
yes.
to enjoying functional independence,
Yeah.
in combination with our muscular strength, having that strength and balance to do what you need to do.
That's why you
Is very
don't stop
important.
stretching. You better add some stretching to
Full
your
range of
routine
motion.
now.
I think that's one of the
Wait till later.
I think that's one of the first things we notice, that loss of full range of motion.
Promotion,
You know, we
yes.
can't reach
Yes,
our
that's
toes.
what I
We
tell
can't
people.
bend like we used to, and all of those things are, affects our mobility.
Yeah.
our
And a lot of people
balance.
neglect that when they're younger.
Right,
They really neglect that area, but it shows up later.
right, and then the aerobic and cardio.
Yeah. And that
Build
looks
that
any
heart
kind of
muscle,
way.
right.
That looks different. That could be swimming. That could be walking. That could be some pickleball. It may not be as long as it used to, because prolonged aerobics for active aging increase more inflammation around the joint. So you want to find that time. Remember I said frequency, intensity, time. How much and how less I need now to get that heart rate up. That's why me and Coach wear heart monitors, so we see where we at, so we can go up, but we can go down,
Bring it
so
down.
we
Manage.
control it
Manage.
and manage that. So guys, that's active aging today. I hope something that we said related to you. Take some of the tools and the skills that we have given you today, guys, and apply it to your lives.
Yeah.
Look at your life, look at where you at pertaining to your health and wellness, and see what adjustments you can make. See what changes that I can make. We all can make changes. We still becoming.
Right. Most definitely.
And if you haven't got your book, Still Becoming God, it is still available on Amazon, and it's going to stay available on Amazon. So go out there to Amazon, purchase Still Becoming by Jacqueline Dennis, A Woman's Journey from Wellness to Wholeness, guys. And so go ahead and purchase your book. And so, guys, ministry of wellness. Guys, living well with purpose. This is going to be
Men's
phenomenal.
health seminar.
I am so excited and
Yep.
proud of this man. Thank God for him. Like I said, thank you for the team. The Wild team going to be there to assist, but we are not going to be in y'all way. We're going to move and let you guys be guys.
And that's important because men, they want to be talk about these type of issues
Right.
around men. and
Exactly.
women.
So,
All right, so we
all
hope
right,
we
guys.
accomplish what we set out to accomplish this
Yes.
morning, because our responsibilities as coaches, as trainers, is to prepare individuals to live, to work, to play, or just to compete to the best of their ability, to add purpose to living life for life. Living life for life.
Yeah.
Not just adding years to your life, but you want to be able to live, as you add those years to your life. You
That's
want to be able
good.
to enjoy.
Able
you
to
wanna
live
build
to add
memories.
the years.
That's right. That's right. You don't just want to add years and sit there and just adding years, but you want to live, life for
Yeah,
life.
live life, guys.
Most definitely.
We
So-
get one. Pastor always say you just get one,
That's it.
and enjoy it. Have life. Don't wait till someone else to come to try to validate that.
Right.
Find that joy within. Joy is from within. You are responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for that. God has already validated you, and so knowing who you are, and that's a process. That's a that's a process.
And I'm gonna say
That's a
this, and we're gonna get
process.
out of here.
Okay.
Embrace the man and woman that you are becoming, and not only that, embrace the woman that your wife is becoming.
Amen.
Embrace, women, the man that your man is becoming. Our body may not look the same as it does. Her body may not look the same as it does, but don't judge each other. Embrace and help each other to be the best that you can be as it pertains to your health and well-being. So listen, we thank you for listening to us on this morning to Health Matters with Jackie and Coach. We want you to like our Facebook page now at Get Fit with Jackie Fitness, and we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Health Matters Jackie and Coach.
Oh, guys, remember, we're here to help you to become a better you, to be the best you that you can be. We like to leave you with 3 John 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Guys, you have a healthy and blessed day. Stay dry, guys. We got 2 days. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
Health is
Day.
life.
Everyone, all the
Mother's
beautiful
Day.
mothers can
Yeah.
hear.
You matter.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yes.
Health
Enjoy your
begins
day. Love
in the
you.
spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go.
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up. Cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goals.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.